So now, currently as I'm speaking, we have the coalition of unpaid teachers gathered here at Circle to demand for their unpaid salary arrears. And that is the current situation here. They've not started their demonstration yet, but they are waiting for some more members to show up before they begin their protest. They will begin the protest from the Kwame Nkrumah Circle of Transport through to the Jubilee House, where they will present a petition, and then they will move to the Ministry of Finance to ask cogent questions over there. After that, they will move to the Ministry of Education, where they will end the protest.
So they are still gathering. They're still waiting for more members to join them before they move.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. But do you see any of the leaders?
Yes, I spoke to one convener, one of their conveners, and he outlined certain issues to me.
What did he tell you?
All right. So their demand is according to them, it's a simple one. They are demanding that the government clear their arrears even before they think of employing or recruiting any other 7,000 teachers into the system. They say that the 2024 cohort of recruited GES teachers previously protested in 2024, October, after working. Now, they say that after working for 6 to 14 months, they are without salary. Now, according to the convener, he says that a cabinet meeting was convened at the Jubilee House where cabinet approved 1.1 billion Ghana cedis for the salaries of both teachers and nurses. Now, according to him, they've been shortchanged that instead of receiving their full arrears in November as expected, the teachers only received 1 month's salary in November and another single month salary in December. Now, what they say is that the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Health released a clear for-trans payment plan to clear the arrears owed to nurses. And there's been no such equivalent plan to teachers or to them as teachers, unpaid teachers. Yes. And now, yes. So these are some of the concerns they raised. And I asked him if this has some way affected teaching and learning. And he said, obviously it will affect teaching and learning because now the GES has introduced a new curriculum that the teachers are the implementing agents of this curriculum. Now they need laptops and they don't have one. And so if the salaries were flowing as it should be, they, in their own capacity, would have procured laptops for themselves to aid them teach the new curriculum as expected.
I see. Very interesting. And you're saying they owe them how many months?
6 to 14 months.
6 to 14 months.
Yes, please.
Okay. And they said out of the 6 to 14 months, so some are owed from 6 months, others are owed up to 14 months. And they said out of that, they've been paid only 2 months?
Yes, only 2 months.
Did they tell you how many of them have been affected?
Well, currently, I didn't ask them about the number, but the number here is not, they are not up to 100 so far. So I don't know.
Are you close to the convener?
Oh, okay. Let me get him. I say he's granting interviews to other media houses.
Okay, perhaps we can just speak from that interview what he's saying whilst we try and get in touch with him later.
Right.
Well, that's
I get him here. I've gotten him here.
Okay, there's Eric Razak Salifu is reporting from Kwame Nkrumah Entertain for us, where some teachers are gathered. They are members of a coalition of unpaid teachers, both from the colleges of education and from the university. They're asking for monies owed them to be paid before new recruitments are done. Do we have a convener on the line?
Yes, please. We have a convener on the line. And welcome to Radio Go. Thank you. How many teachers have been affected so far?
Our numbers would, I don't have the exact figures, but I know about 2,500 from the university graduates and about 2,000, around the same figure, 25,000, 5,500 teachers. Okay. I'm not sure. It could be more, it could be less, but roughly 5,500.
All right. So, then, as the convener said,
Razak, let me quickly speak to him on this. I'll speak to just a few questions to the convener before they start.
Okay, so let me hand over the phone
yes,
to him.
Yes. So we'll speak to him shortly. Ask him a few questions on exactly what they're asking for, and then we can move on and take some responses. But the plan is
on the line.
Yes. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, convener. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, no,
Yes. Thank you very much for speaking to us on a Gold Morning Conversation. Kindly break down to us exactly what your concerns are.
Thank you for having me. Our concerns and our demands are simple. As you already know, back in October, we demonstrated for working for some of us over a year, some of us to almost a year, that's 11 months, and then others to 7 months without salary. And the demonstration yielded the result. And the result was that Cabinet has approved some 1.1 billion Ghana cedis to pay us our salaries and our arrears. And you could remember that after our demonstration, 2 days after our demonstration, there was another demonstration from the health sector, nurses from the health sector, who were in the same predicament. And so the 1.1 billion Ghana cedis that Cabinet approved was supposed to cater for both nurses and teachers' salaries and arrears. The payment started in November. Since November, we've been enrolled on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll. We've been receiving our salaries, but we've been receiving 1 month salary since November. November, December, and then January. Early February, there was an announcement from the Minister of Health and the Minister of Finance approving a payment plan, a well-documented, structured payment plan that's going to cater for the health sectors who were in our predicament and who were part of the Cabinet's approval. That is the 1.1 billion Ghana cedis I earlier said. And just so you know, the 1.1 billion Ghana cedis was stated verbatim by the Minister of Education that Cabinet has approved this money to cater for both sectors, that's both health sector, that's with nurses, and then teachers. And so the nurses have a payment plan. And so it is natural for our payment plan to follow suit. And so we waited, but we weren't hearing from our ministry. And so we moved to the ministry to seek clarifications and ask questions. The minister received us warmly and explained that they were waiting for some additional financial clearance to cater for us. And so, first of all, we were a bit confused, but we gave the minister the benefit of the doubt that maybe there's some augmentations here and there, some bureaucratic documentation that needs to be done. And so very soon we will hear good news. Indeed, last 2 weeks there was an announcement from the education minister stating that cabinet or government has approved financial clearance to recruit some 7,000 teachers, which the recruitment process is ongoing. But the minister did not touch on our issue. And so it makes us wonder what financial clearance again is the minister seeking. And so today we are here simply to ask the question, where is the teacher's share of the 1.1 billion Ghana cedis? And why do teachers always have to work extra hard to get what they deserve? These are simple questions we're asking.
I see. Are you saying that aside being now put on so now currently you receive salary every month?
Exactly.
Okay. But aside that, you haven't not a single month of your arrears has been paid.
Exactly. So imagine being working for 14, 15 months without salary, and then the government promised to pay all the arrears and the salaries, and then you go about promising your debtors and your landlord that finally you are going to pay off the debt, only for you to realize that 1 month has been paid. In the first place, working 40 months without salary is inhumane. And then to pay some and then to pay 1 month of it is also worsening the case. So that is our situation now.
So out of your the arrears you are owed, everybody got 1 month.
Everybody got 1 month. No one has gotten a single month related to the arrears. So November you get the November salary, December only December salary till today.
Okay. And have you had any conversations with the minister, and has the minister told you why?
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that we met the minister, and the minister said he's waiting for financial clearance. I don't know, because we thought that the financial clearance and the cabinet approval covers us all. But the minister said he's waiting for financial clearance. And recently there was a financial clearance at the ministry, and recruitment is ongoing. But the minister did not touch on our issue. And so we are just asking the simple question. Why are we here in the first place? Because we should be in the same predicament with the nurses. We should be enjoying, relaxing with payment plans intact. Why are we here? Why do teachers have to work extra hard to get what they deserve? That's all we're asking.
So you do not have a payment plan on the table. You know your colleagues, nurses do.
Payment plan.
I see. So what you're asking for is pay us before you recruit new people.
Yeah, our demand is simple. Just as what is why do you pay one and leave one when the money is for both of us? And so if the nurses have their clear payment plan, which is good, excellent, why are we omitted? We are demanding our payment plan because we are part of the money.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, he's a convener of the Nurses Coalition of Unpaid Teachers, Coalition of Unpaid Teachers who are currently gathered at the Kwame Nkrumah Interchange. They are embarking on a demonstration today. The demonstration is simply to demand from government to pay them the arrears, the salary arrears that are owed them. Government is currently embarking on a new recruitment of teachers. They are asking, okay, so you're recruiting 7,000 new teachers. What about us? You owe us. You owe some of us to the tune of 1 year or more than 1 year. There are people who are owed 6 months, 7 months who have not been paid. So pay us now. If you have money to recruit new, why won't you pay us? So that is the demand they are making. This morning, he said they will be going to Jubilee House first. They move from the presidency. Then to the finance ministry to present their petition to the minister. So we have Razak following them, who will give you updates of what they are doing. Right now, they are gathering.
Okay.
SM.
And Haruna Idrisu, education minister. Or say I promise the recruitment of 50,000 teachers, but budgetary allocation, intino 7,000, and when your clearance are on betimi I recruit you. Until the no ma yentie ne no na fe wia ma san abone ne ba ko de amawa. Eno no edefa portal ne nsensem na mo bi de to ho the number of omo apply ye ne ade no. Nti yedi kan no promise yes.
On the recruitment of teachers.
Yes.
Okay.
Up to 50,000 teachers across the country, but owing to budgetary constraints, we are unable to do that. The Ministry of Education received clearance from the Ministry of Finance to recruit up to 7,000 teachers. If resources were available, we should be employing and recruiting up to 50,000 teachers across the country. But owing to budgetary constraints, we are unable to do that. The Ministry of Education received clearance from the Ministry of Finance to recruit up to 7,000 teachers. A resource.
It's an promise about recruitment, Now, Ghana Education Service for Omo ABA portal be to say teachers beat me.
You can go and apply.
Yes.
Okay.
And also you see teachers Omo apply and nenya some commandino. Na yes portal no and also no Omo the bank. Omo etimi eklusunity and also no say no candifa.
In Ghana, if resources were available, we should be employing and recruiting up to 50,000 teachers across the country. But owing to budgetary constraints, we are unable to do that. The Ministry of Education received clearance from the Ministry of Finance to recruit up to 7,000 teachers with degree and diplomas. And accordingly, the process has been advertised in an open, transparent manner. My understanding is that it reflected need because many, if not all, the district assemblies were involved, particularly those that need teachers very critically. And as the portal opened, when it got to 40,000, the Ghana Education Service instructively closed it in order that we didn't have a stampede of numbers. And therefore, those who were fortunate would be critically examined and assessed in terms of their readiness, their competence and qualification, and the best 7,000 of the over 40,000 applicants. At least my understanding as I spoke to the Director General of Education yesterday, Professor David, even within that time period, we had up to 40,000 applicants, and we have only room for 7,000 applicants. So we take the best out of the 40,000. Better luck next time for those who have an opportunity. We do have clearance from the Honorable Minister for Finance. We will do our best. We don't want to have a stampede of it. Thank you.
I made 5.
Interesting. 40,000. Okay. So when they opened the platform, they got 40,000 people.
Recruitment is 7,000
They are recruiting 7,000.
So
okay.
XCD number no cry.
So why didn't they target the particular years?
Yeah.
Because typically that's what they do. So we know we cannot take on all the numbers. So what we will do is that we are saying that the 2025, 2020, maybe 2022, 2023 year group, we are opening the portal for you, apply, and then we'll take you on. Because we know those are the numbers we can afford at this time. Why was it open? It's one of the questions that perhaps they should be answering. Because if you open it, you open it to everybody. Everybody who is, because then you are doing a military kind of recruitment.
Then a bit so I say, any obi 2022, 2023. Apply 2024, 2025 apply.
Yes. Somebody will from 2025 will get it. So I don't know. Typically, what I know they do when it comes to nurses recruitment, teacher recruitment, is that they do it according to year group because you don't have financial clearance perpetually to recruit everybody. And you don't want to create a situation where you give people the impression that if you apply, you'll be recruited, and then they get disappointed at the end of the day. Because now he's saying the best.
Yes. Number no.
How would they determine?
I borrow 7,000.
There are many questions to be asked. How they would even determine the best?
More than 40,000 applications no receive here now. I borrow 7,000 no here so they are, and then only the best can be chosen.
No, but how would they even determine who is the best?
When they know.
How would no, I'm saying that then you are adding another layer to the recruitment exercise. Is that not what it is?
Yeah.
Because typically what you do is that you have examined these teachers when they were in school. You decided after examination that they had passed, that they are qualified to teach in the classrooms. Okay. So now when it comes to recruitment, you are now saying that I've opened the portal, I can only take 7,000.
Yes.
40,000 have applied. I will sieve through them and see who is qualified. I thought your certification was good enough. So I'm wondering how this will work. So is a question, why have they changed the modus operandi? Because typically they will say 2022 year group. We are open the portal for 2022. So everybody in 2025 knows that like Alan Chemanti is say, and room is 2 years.
Yes.
That it hasn't gotten to my 10 yet. But this time it looks like everybody has applied. So it's all play all. So imagine somebody who's been sitting at home since 2022, 2021. How they will feel if they are not recruited and their junior is teaching. So I think maybe that's one issue that they need to respond to comprehensively. We're making a first speak to Daniel Fenny, who is PRO for the Ghana Education Service. That's when we get him on the line. We'll speak to him on this issues, on this particular issue. But if you just join us, we've been talking about teachers. We've started from the demonstration that's ongoing, coalition of unpaid teachers. They have been recruited, some of them up to over a year, 14 months. Say they are owed arrears. Salary arrears of 14 months. They say they got 1 month. So if you are owed 14 months, you get 1 month. It means that you are owed 13 months. Somebody is owed six months, they've gotten 1 month, 5 months. So between, let's say, 5 months to 13 months of arrears that they are asking for. So they are currently gathering at the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. They'll be demonstrating, they'll start from there, go to the Jubilee House, then end up at the Ministry of Finance. That is one. The other leg is the issue of the recruitment of teachers. They open the portal. Everybody who has no employment, who wants to be employed as a teacher can apply. They got 40,000. They got to a point where they got 40,000. They decided, let's close it. We can only do 7,000. Say we can still only do 7,000. So, best of luck. If the gods of your home help you and you are one of those to get through. Do you know what? Queuing for your favorite watch, we can accept it. If there's one thing that Ghanaians can relate to, it is queuing. Yes. Queuing for trotro, we can accept it. We adjust, we survive. In fact, if queuing was an Olympic sport, we will win gold. But one thing we can accept is queuing to swap your MTN SIM. Swap your MTN SIM yourself in minutes. Yes. Visit the My MTN app, or dial *1333 hash. *133 hash. 1333 hash. There are 3 threes. So *1333 hash to get this done as soon as possible, or visit the My MTN app. No more standing, no more sweating, no more. Who'll be the last person? Do it yourself. Simply swap it everywhere you go. Because when Kofi Shop caught fire, he didn't just lose goods, he lost hope. But SIC Insurance was there to help him rebuild, restore, and smile again. When Aram's car was damaged, SIC responded with speed, getting him back on the road and back to joy. And when Alasan's families faced the unexpected, SIC stood by them, replacing every stolen item and restoring peace of mind. Question is, if you face the same problems Kofi face, Aram face, or Alasan's face, who will be there to help you? Because these are the moments that matter to the Kofis, the Arams, and the Alasans. And of course, I know to you. And you're asking yourself, okay, so if I face the problems, what will I do? That's why SIC said I should remind you that SIC Insurance, with them, every policy carries a sacred promise to care, to deliver, to be there when it matters most. So join the SIC Insurance family today for your motor, fire, accident, travel, and marine insurance needs. You'll be glad you did. Talk to a broker or any of our licensed agents today, or call toll free on 0800 100 055. SIC Insurance, our promises are sacred. SM.
Yo, Sena, yan trust on I and Tandia or Hana, who I mean, say, and say, about to just say trade ministry, no. Any sachet water producers, no, she are Nina and Nefa, sachet water producers, no. 1% 1 more a tomb. I never be told just say trade ministry, and say, 1 more 2, Manai, Eddie, Tilmontin, says, will be a ton a sachet water no or tomb. Now, I was says, who could pium el brucum and cry hampone some of the regions now. And yeah, Omatutum. Ama omo ton so traffic mu so atototo me bum air ton 60 pesos bum say 70 pesos. Oh Ghana de nkuto
Has the price of the bag of sachet water changed?
Yes, my entum.
No.
And sachet water producers ni binom atoto omo diem. Enta force omo so kokoton no ba beton no so omo betum.
So I think what can be done is sometimes they need to investigate these issues. Of course, they need approval to continue to sell the sachet. You know so. If you withdraw the approval, they can't produce the water.
Yes.
You know so.
Yes. Someone has stubborn.
Yeah, because sometimes I think government is more powerful than they make us believe. Because you have to approve for anybody to produce sachet water before they produce sachet water. Okay.
Yes.
If there's an issue that requires increment, there must be an agreement between government and you before they will say, go ahead and increase it. So if you find out, you have intelligence people, put the intelligence people in the system. Let them find out which sachet water producers have increased the prices of the bag. If they have done that, withdraw the approval. Stop them from producing. That's all.
That oh yeah, can't be pa. Me say, oh, the bia me can. Ubia as ubiti okwabrani timi ko top hair. Ya boa ne be say edu 10 cedis. Ewo baby. No de aba aha. No aba beton no baako say 10 cedis e de amount. Enso so ko e ya boa ne bebre no 10 cedis no akwakoto. Enso beton baako 10 na 20 cedis e de amount.
Yeah.
Enti pen no bi o ha betimi egu ha na pro.
Pair must solve all their problems. Do you understand? Selling one pair should solve all their problems. That's the thing. Anyway.
When you be a bimudi okrum hapra, now tia see say nyina ye pesika dia abobra na ya de bia hwebusia de nanso ekwa ebi mu fa so mu pesika no ya na ehu. So the Aba Center for the CB men ni CB women aba. Mesra o CB men no mema obema bia untimi dwunso ye de rubber show obema ma bebo ye pa. I am waiting me adjunso ye kama was a burning sensation be good so obema mu hihye wa ma yo ho hwe nyi CB men no ebeboa o CB women no so aba mesra oba opeso sisi anfie wa CB women no na betimi abo mo sisi anfie ofefefe oba bi ho de bema ehie mu a na ese yankuto wono de nkrofo feelings no ono de ontibi oyankuto wo menstrual pains bo so me so oba wo kofichiri oyankuto na namu menstrual pains and menstrual cramps ni bi dia bacho onso no CB women capsules no bi na wo hia mesro CB men any CB women no ope bi atode Ghana ha de se herbal shop pharmacy anase chemical shop bia no obenya bi ato ho bia na open duduo mu atimi atu akwakoton kwa sibro ni se for bulk purchase mesro for ni chire mu Repage Ventures wo kanshi anase any Suzie bafo twetwen komo homatrofo yi eso 0247 111671 0247 111671 and I say 0246 578750 0246 578750 Suzie Aba Center Ghana ma any mema se womo edamwase After National Lottery Authority NL4 Management of National Lottery Authority NL4 enom se yemfa kokobo wi ema Ghana dis nyina se omosremwa muhwe yie na obi anye mubukata 419 yibi ai esan se amamboyefo bi ne nanenam Facebook WhatsApp any other social media platforms so send message wo okra etimi frew e wo number ne so se ai yesrew ye too sure your 3 numbers bi oho your numbers bi obetimi dia yamama apem sa numbers no na NL4 bebo na otwum na emu ansa na no ye be register ye be gisika kakra wo ho ansa na ene na otwu bia na de sa numbers na de ben atimi ai de ben amount mesrew NL does not give out lead winning numbers eno munsu obia na se ekuo bia se wonko register nkrofo na omom lotto numbers no ebi games ni nyina are purely games of chance ni jankopo ye wadom na fa de ma dia ene no anu no ukwa obedi na se ene lefo so tuaka ni musuma soma nkrofo mko register da bi omunye bi so da enti me srew unim na akotwe sika de ma sumesi na so benten dia ene wala bia no bi ta frefrew send messages ai mwani na ho na obi anya obukata 419 bi na fa ho sha godie no mu and stay alert, don't be scammed, and play responsibly. For further inquiries, obetimi ni omomo and the customer service helpline so no edins also 0266 087 966 0266 087 966 and I say 0266 087 946 0266 087 946 NLA development through games.